All right, so anyways, we're off to a great start. Hello, how are y'all doing? Welcome to graduation. Everybody good? I like that. Applause. Very good. That's great. So my name is Colton Witt. I do like a lot of the marketing stuff here at the Lineman Training Institute. We're very excited to celebrate these guys. We know you love these guys a lot, and we're just here to just talk about all the stuff they've done. They have accomplished a lot at our school. A lot of hard work has gone into everything that they've done to where they're going and where they're going to end up. So we're very proud of them. I'm going to say a quick prayer. I'm going to tell you a few things about the rodeo and everything from that, and give a few little shout outs for some folks. And then we got a video I'm going to tell you a little bit about in a second. Some of these guys helped make that, and I don't know how that's going to go, so we'll see. We'll all enjoy it together. So I'll pray real quick and we'll get going. Lord, we love you, and we just thank you so much for all the ways you bless us, for how good you are. We thank you for every single one of these guys in this class. We thank you for everybody a part of the school, everybody that is here to support these guys, and we're just thankful for the way that your hand is on them and on this school. I just pray that you be with our graduation tonight, and just help it just to be just a great celebration of these guys. We love you and we praise you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Okay. So just going back up to the rodeo. It didn't necessarily play out like we had hoped because we had to cut it short due to the weather. And basically, because of that, not everybody got to finish their events, which means we are not declaring anybody the champion. So sorry if you thought you was going to get it. You're not. You're not. So nobody won the rodeo, but you did get to see all these guys do a lot of the stuff that they've learned. So that was cool. So that was really all it's about anyways. So it was still good. Also, one of the things we do at the rodeo that we didn't get a chance to do is we like to give a shout out to all the judges. We had some people that volunteered, came up on their own time. They didn't have to do it. Clay Phillips, Kevin Waters, they're from Jackson EMC, Dwayne Cole, Cobb EMC, Keith Burkhart, and Jake Free from Georgia Power. Those guys did not have to come up and help these guys. Give them a hand. They're not here, but give them a hand. Also, I don't know how, I know we got, I know dipsticks right there, and we have, there's Tyler Branson's here. We got some former students that are here. There he is. And we had a good bit that were at the rodeo. It's a really awesome thing that our students come back just to support. I know that, Dipstick, your wife works here, so that's a good reason for you to be here. But I know for Tyler Branson, he doesn't have to be here. He comes because he loves this place, he loves what we're doing, and he cares about these guys. And all those guys that were at the rodeo today, it's the same thing. They come back because they love this school, they love what we're trying to do, and they care about these guys and they want to help. And I will not be surprised at the next rodeo if a lot of you guys are there, helping any way you can, lending your support. So for those guys that are here tonight and came to the rodeo, give them a hand, would you please? Okay, so with all that being said, we're going to get into the graduation. So basically the way everything on your program looks, that's how it's all going to play out. But first, we're about to watch a video. The way we like to do this at the graduation is we like to have something funny to show you guys. The last couple classes we did that we've done graduations here, we've done these videos where they tell funny stories. And in my opinion, one of the funniest guys here is Komatsu right here in the front. It's hilarious. Harrison, he's great. So funny. And so I get some of these, I get him in a room and I'm going to interview him to get him to tell some stories. And I don't know what happened to the guy. It was a disaster. And he could not tell funny stories to save his life. But if you just get standing around, I mean, he can make fun of you like nobody's business and is unbelievable at it. So So we kind of pivoted, and we did something like this before where we did a video where the students impersonated the instructors. Well, that happens again in this. The whole idea of this, it's a skit essentially, and the premise is Daniel Reynolds over here is a dumb student. I'm not saying he is, but I'm not saying he's not. And Daniel Reynolds is our dumb student in the video, and basically the way that we have it is he gives advice for people what not to do when they come to Elite. So that's the idea, and you're going to get to see some of these guys impersonate our instructors. So with that being said, here you go.
If you're planning on coming to Elite, here's your...
All right, give it up for the one and only Randy Annunziata.
I'm scared. Look at all these people out there. Good evening. I'd like to take this time to thank you guys for coming to tonight's graduation. I'm pleased to stand here and tell you how proud we are of this group of young men. This school first started as a thought that ran through the mind of Waylon Hasty. With a lot of prayer and guidance through his faith, he was able to turn this dream into reality. Thus, Elite Lineman Training Institute was born. Through hard work, he was able to assemble a great team. This would enable us to work together to further this dream. A wise man once said, if you don't have a plan to reach your goal, it's just a wish. Here at Elite, we help you develop your plan so that you can reach your goal in life and have a successful career. We live in a world of uncertainty, jobs coming and going, an ever-changing economy and climate. Through hard work and determination, these students can overcome these difficulties and prosper in their new careers. Their journey to this day has been filled with long hours in the classroom and in the field, climbing poles, building power lines. Various drills over and over until they become can't even read my own writing, till they become second nature. They often wondered why they were doing these drills. These skills paid off later when they went to work building our power lines. Our method of teaching at this school is straightforward. Through our staff, Pastor David, and guests, we bring knowledge and wisdom, hoping to help these young men find a path that will help them in their journey in life and be proud of who they turn out to be. We have taken a group of strangers and helped them to grow and bond together. All from different backgrounds, these young men have come together with a common desire to work on power lines. Most will make it, some won't, yet we hope that they will take away what they've earned and developed and grow in a direction that will be beneficial to their underlying needs. We push our students to push themselves to be the best they can. Students, remember to be honest with yourself. Go where you truly belong and not where you think you might fit in. At this time, I'd like to introduce several students. These students are going to be brought up here. Each student has an individual story. And I'd kind of like to share that with everybody here because it's meaningful to us, and I think it would be meaningful to everybody. Ryan Conejo, is he here? Come on up here, Ryan. Brandon Dendy, come on up. Henry Coya, come on up. This young man, Ryan, when he first came to the school and he started training with us, he was scared. He was really scared, folks. He wanted to go home. He wanted to quit. And we had a long talk. about his desires and his wants and his needs. And through that talk, I found out that he had made some sacrifices to help himself get through the school. And a big sacrifice that he had to make was his children. He felt that in order to pass and get through the school, he would have to send his children back home to Mexico. And the reason he did that was because he had to devote all of his time to the school, to learn and to be able to push himself without distractions. But also, he felt that sending his children back home, that it would be better for them because they would still get the love and affection that they needed every day, and that he would not be able to offer because of the strenuous academics and the physical part and everything that he had to go through. So I wanted to tell this story, and I wanted to say that he didn't quit because he's standing here. He did not quit. He gave me the 120%, and he worked through everything. And I'd like you to give him a hand. Brandon Dendy. Brandon's story is unique also. He's a little older than most of the students here. He's married, 2 kids. And his story was basically he needed a change in his life. He was working in a steel mill. He had a good job, but he was in a job that confined him into a business and a building that he was outgrowing. And he has a spirit to move on and flourish. And Brandon, with the help of his wife, they put their house up for sale. And he sold his house to pay off bills and to be able to raise the capital to come to this school. So he went above and beyond what most people will do to get into this school. So I'd like you to give him an applause for the hard work and the success that he got. Henry Coya. I love this kid. I thought it'd be easy. Come here. Tell your story. Tell.
Come on, you gotta say.
Tell him.
Yes.
Henry's dad passed away halfway through the class. And Henry, we'll call him Jersey. Jersey had it tough. His dad passed away, his mom, his family, and he had to go home, and he had to help his family. He had to deal with the issues that were there. And he rose up, and he did what a young man has to do. And he went home, he took care of business, and he also made a choice to come back to the school, knowing that the group of guys that sit before you here were his family also, and he needed to be on the stage tonight, to graduate with them. Okay? So I'd like for you to give him a big applause for what he went through. Take a seat for a second, you guys. No, you. I'm not done with you yet. You got to do a little song and a tap dance for me.
I don't know if you want to hear me sing.
No, I don't want to hear you sing. Can you? This is just a little something from the guys here. We thought a lot about you, and when Henry's dad passed away, Jordan designed a sticker that we all have on our hard hats, so they're going to be on our hard hats for a long time to come. And then we just took another sticker and we made this little plaque in remembrance of Jersey's dad, to show him and his family what it means to us and that we represent him always. And I'd like to give this to you, signed by all the guys. And here's a little card, a little something.
Thank you.
And to tell you that we love you and we care about you.
Thank you.
You're part of our family. Get off the stage or there'll be some climbs involved. I would like to take all night and tell you about each and every student here. I can't. We need to keep this going. I got a lot of good stories here. It's been a good group, a lot of up and downs. But that's just like life. There's a lot of up and downs here. And we've learned to move on. So I hope that all of these students here sitting before me will tell their parents and their friends about their experience here at the school. And I hope that they will encourage others to seek out and find something that they would like to do in life, whether it be at our school or another trade school, but to go ahead and find a passion that fuels you and moves you forward. So I'd like to thank everybody for coming here, from my heart to your heart. Greg Bradford is going to come up and talk to you about the CDL, and we've got a little more to go. So thank you very much, folks.
Y'all are gonna have to bear with me, because I'm not like Randy. I don't come prepared. I don't write anything down, so I just kind of get up here and wing it. But I do want to thank everybody for coming out and supporting these guys. I want to thank you students for giving us a chance to work with you guys and be a part of your career. It means a lot to us. And I remember when I became an instructor, first thing I thought about was being in high school. And I used to mess with my teachers all the time. And I knew one day that would come back to me. So, and there's one particular one that sticks out in this class. And Daniel Reynolds. Yeah. So, you know, in high school, my teacher would tell me, you need to study, right? And y'all hear that from me, right? So, and I say, yeah, I know. And then I just go do whatever I do because I'm a teenager. And Daniel reminded me of that. So he was over at the CDO a lot. And I'm always asking him, did you study? Did you study? Oh, yeah, I did. I study. I'm good. I've got this. I've got this, Greg. I said, okay. So I kind of listen around and pay attention to what they're doing while they're doing their inspection. I'm listening. I'm like, this guy ain't got it. So, and he's all confident, okay? He's all confident. He just knows he's got it. So I just kind of let it play on. He's like, I got this, Greg. I got this, Greg. So then he starts doing his backing skills, and he started alley docking. And it's a 90-degree backing skill that they have to do on the test. So, and he could not get it. And he'd get out, and he'd get mad, and he'd walk around the truck. He said, I don't know why I can't do this. He said, I can't figure it out. I can't do it. And I said, Daniel, calm down. Calm down. I said, you're never going to get to it. So, and you want to tell him the outcome? He didn't pass. So, but I really enjoy working with these guys. And, you know, it does something to us. It stays with us. Meet friends every class, and you guys know that we're your friend, and you got our number, and you can call us anytime you want to. But every class, I try to give out a CDL award, and to receive this CDL award, you have to pass the test first time. So that just eliminated a lot of y'all, right? As a matter of fact, I think there was only 4 that passed first time. So the permit test consists of 3 parts, which is general knowledge, air brakes, and combination vehicle. And there's several questions to it, so it's pretty stressful. Then they do the backing skills, inspection, and a road test. So it can get pretty stressful. I know it stresses the kids out, and like I said, they've got a lot coming at them within 11 weeks, and it also stresses me out. But we get through it. But thank you guys again for allowing us to work with you. I'll always remember this class. You know, some classes you just never forget, and you guys are one of them. So I'll go ahead and present this Class 11 CDL award is going to go to Colin York. Good job. Thank all of you again for coming out. I'm going to turn this over to Colton and Shane.
Okay, everybody, one more time for Greg Bradford. There you go. Okay. All right, what's up, Shane?
Colton, I'm nervous.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll
There's
get
a lot
through
of
it.
people looking at me and my
Yes.
shiny head.
It's all good. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're just going to get this kicked off. In a moment, we're going to hand out some certificates and some superlatives, some funny superlatives, and we're going to explain that in a little bit more. But first off, if you work at the Elite Lineman Training Institute or have any involvement at all, yeah, I would say that means David. You do. I would say you work. Yeah, for us. Just stand up and come up on the stage,
Yeah,
please.
David's pretty important. So yeah.
Yes.
All right. So some of these guys, of course, y'all we've already met Colton. He's already introduced himself, but he does all the videos, all the website stuff, videos, YouTube. He makes fun of me saying YouTube,
Yeah.
but
It's tube.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
So we got Colton. Stephanie's over here in the other red shirt. She kind of babysits all of us and makes sure these guys gets their CDL packets and all that good stuff to make sure everybody's in line on that part. Jordan right here, she kind of answers all the phone calls when there's some new guys that want to get into the school. That's who she talks to, or that's who they talk to. She makes all that paperwork's done. David Brown over here on the back. He's trying to hide. He does the character build. He comes on Thursdays. Good night, and does the character building for these guys. So they really. David's involved a good bit, even though he's here just one day a week. So they really reach out to David a good bit. So that's pretty much.
Did you say Stephanie?
I did say Stephanie.
Okay, cool.
She's
I
trying to
wasn't
stand
paying
back out of the light.
No,
so
that's
Porter,
my part.
That's
Yeah, that's
Coach's
my
job.
part. So as far as the instructors, I'm gonna start with Shane. Shane's the man. Shane does a great job. Super talented. Could do a bunch of stuff, and is a great support for these guys. And then over there, we got Pointer. Raise your hand real high, Pointer.
He's trying to hide.
Terry Jones, yeah. Clapping for Pointer, there we go. He comes in once or twice a week and comes part-time, and just a lot of great experience he brings to these guys. And Greg Bradford, a very important part of this school, because without him, without CDLs, these guys don't get the jobs they want to get. There's not many places you can go without a CDL, and Greg helps them get there. So Greg's awesome. And then let's just go straight to Waylon. And then Waylon started the school. Waylon's awesome, and we're very glad that he did start this school, and for everything that he's going to talk a little bit more his story and all of that. But he pours his heart and soul into these guys, to this school, to serving God with this school. Really great. So Waylon's the man. And then right there, Randy Annunziata. Randy is unlike any instructor we got.
That is a fact.
That's a fact. But I tell you, he bleeds for this school. He does. He really, really pours his heart and soul into it and really cares for these guys. So for all the staff, just give them a hand, would you please? Okay. All right. With that being said, look, what we're about to do is funny superlatives. So, when you're in high school, they do superlatives. Most likely to succeed, most popular, most whatever, all these different things. And so we do our own versions of superlatives. And what we do is we take some of our funny students, Harrison, and Danny, Daniel. Who else was in that group? Easy. We had some of them with me and Shane, and we got in a room and we just come up with all these superlatives. So, look, I know, family, I understand. If we do something and then you're like, you made fun of my baby and all this stuff, like that hurts my feelings. I guess just deal with it. So there you go. It is what it is. So
they're going to hate our guts. But
they're going to hate us. So some of these, and even to you guys for some of these, sorry in advance.
Just know it wasn't all me.
Hey, don't pass blame, Shane.
This is a bad idea. I don't want to do any of these.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you got to own it.
You heard wrong.
Okay. So we're going to start with the first one, and basically there's a story that goes along with these superlatives. So let's go ahead and get it out
we'll
here.
try our best for the parents to. We'll try to tell the story to make this make sense. Most of us is going to be laughing right here, and these guys on the front row, and it's going to be hilarious to these guys. But y'all probably not going to laugh. So if I hold my hand up, you need to laugh. I started to bring a sign that said "laugh and clap" because you'll see it'll make sense in a minute. But
okay,
I'm sorry.
Thank you, Shane. So. This was, I believe, the very first year we did this, or first class, I should say, we did this. We did an orientation, and what I mean is we had them come, and on Friday, and we did the stuff we normally do on the first day on orientation. Well, this one particular individual came in, I think he already knows where it's going, came in wearing a mask, okay? Now look, I ain't here saying that it's wrong to wear a mask or right to wear a mask. We ain't going there. All I'm saying is he was wearing a mask, okay? So he's wearing a mask.
The only one in the class.
The only one in the class. All right? So I don't know if I have to go to Randy's beliefs on mask and stuff. I would just say that when Randy saw this individual, he said, "You better take that mask off." And he did. Well, Monday came, and he had COVID. Now, I don't know if we can blame Randy or if this was just coming. I don't know. But he got COVID. So, for this award, most likely to be a triple masker, Alex Lowe.
Yeah, sometime today. Come on. You just have to talk, so go ahead.
Right there. There's the mic.
Well, COVID isn't real. Don't gotta worry about it. I knew I wasn't feeling good first day, but I took it off anyways. My mistake. Next time I wear 4. Be a little bit safer, 6 feet around everybody. But honestly, though, I'd like to thank everybody up here. They don't have to be here. Like, these guys don't have to do this. And especially, I know Tyler's back here in the back. He took 2 weeks out of his own time to come and help us, climb. So a special shout out to all of our, those guys that took time out of their day. That's all I got.
All right, the next one. CDLs. He's going to get his license. So he gets to the DMV, and he hands them his license to get the paperwork and stuff done. So they just reach out and go, I'll take that. So apparently he had a suspended license, whatever. I don't know what happened. I'm not sure. I don't really care. All it was is he didn't have it. That's what I know. So this right here, and we made a bet that he would probably lose his license within the first year. I think it's by December. You got till December. That he's going to take us out for a steak. Waylon and myself to a steak dinner. I want a sweet potato. He wants a loaded baked potato. So most likely to take myself and Waylon for steak is Caleb Bryan. We'll see.
I don't really know what to say, but just thank all these guys up here for all they do for us. They do a lot more than any of us expected them to do. I think when we first came to this school, then nobody expected what we got out of it. We got more than our money's worth, and I just want to say thank y'all.
Okay. Good job. Thank you.
This is every day.
Okay. All right. Well, this next one. Okay. So this is a fun
awful.
one. This is
Cole,
look.
this is bad.
This is low hanging fruit. All right. Like so. And sometimes it's like for example, like we give some guys nicknames. Like you think we could be more creative with nicknames. All these guys I'm about to mention, you're not. This isn't your superlative. Don't worry. But like for example, Colorado's from Colorado. His nickname is Colorado. Not a lot of thought went into that. Texas from Texas. Jersey's from Jersey. Michigan's from Michigan. See where we're going? That's not a lot of thought. This is how this goes with this superlative. So this guy, he's short. He's short, and basically the way I'm going to do this is he knows who he is. I'm going to read the superlative, and then before I say his name, we're going to show a picture on the screen after I read it. So real quick, here we go. Most likely to never get to ride a roller coaster. Let's check out this picture. Edwin Gomez.
That was really a low blow. It was all Colton. It wasn't me.
It was not all me.
It was. He made the picture.
I'm sorry.
I just wanted to say thanks to the whole elite staff for helping me out with everything. That's all I got.
Now I get to be the bad guy. All right, this next one. This next guy and Edwin has been best friends since kindergarten. Kindergarten, is that right? So you can imagine they kind of stuck together the whole time. If one stopped, the other one was running up the other one's butt. So this one is most likely to never get to ride a roller coaster because his best friend will never get to. Should be a picture. So you're going to be butthurt for the rest of your life. So Aaron Pineda. I almost said Pinata. That's what his nickname's been, Pinata, from not the first day, so I almost went with it.
COVID is real because after he double masked, I got COVID the next week. So COVID's real. And I just want to say thanks to Waylon, everybody. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
What's the deal over here, Colton? Are they supposed to be lining up like off the stage or?
No, just all the way over. You just do what you're doing. You're fine. Okay, we'll figure
It's
it
hanging
out.
out with David. Okay, that's good.
Okay, so all right, we're gonna put another thing on the screen. Go ahead, please. This next one. Okay, does anybody know what bisphenol A is? This is BPA. Okay, now look, if you had told me and said, "Hey, what's BPA?" and I'd like, beats me. So bisphenol A is a chemical compound. We'll read the whole definition. Bisphenol A is a chemical compound and one of the simplest and best known bisphenols. It is produced by the condensation of phenol and acetone with an estimated 4 million tonnes produced worldwide in 2015. It's a colorless solid, which is soluble in organic solvents but poorly soluble in water. So that's that. I don't know what that means, but this person doesn't like BPA. So most likely to request a BPA-free hard hat, Turner Davis.
He's so mad right now.
Don't worry, you guys. This is BPA free, I promise. Thank you guys for showing up. I know I don't only speak for myself when I say we really appreciate it. Appreciate it. Sorry, take a sip of water.
Be careful.
And thank you to all the hardworking staff at Elite, and also Shane. Seriously, guys, thank you. I appreciate it.
You've already met this kid, young man, guy, whatever. I wish we had a picture for this. This would be funnier if we had a good picture. But if you ask, I got to call him up here. Colin, come on up here. Come here. So he doesn't. We had to ask him to smile a while ago, as you noticed. So anytime we ask him a question or even focused any kind of conversation to Colin, what did I say? Did I say Colin? I did. Okay. So he has this look every time. Colin, hello. So you have to ask him a question again. He gives you that stare, kind of like I'm getting right now, just like that. So most likely to stare a hole through his foreman's soul on his first day is going to be Colin York.
I just want to say thank you to all the staff here at Elite, all the instructors, all the hard work they put in, everything. They really care about all of us, and just thank you all for giving us this opportunity and helping us all out. That's it.
Yeah. All right. So this next guy, let me ask everybody a question here. Who has watched the show on the History Channel, Forged in Fire? Let me get a show of hands. Y'all know Forged in Fire. Forged in Fire, reality competition show. And what they do is they make knives, swords, axes, and then they have this guy that, when they test it, he says, "It will kill," and all this stuff, right? And so anyways, we found this out like when we were trying to figure out a superlative for this individual, that he makes knives. So I want to show everybody a picture real quick. Yeah, Forged in Fire. And so our superlative for this individual, whose picture's already up there, most likely to lose in the first round on Forged in Fire, Adam Wessel.
You can frame that.
I wouldn't lose in the first round. That's just the design. I'm pretty sure I told everyone about that, but I guess Colin didn't know. That's all right. Colin didn't care anyway.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I just want to thank everyone for showing up. The instructors put a lot of time into us, but I want to thank my parents for believing in me. I got a lot of people who put up some big money. Got people who co-sign on my loan and everything, make sure that I could You know, get through this. Skin in the game means you got something to lose. There's nothing wrong with having that. But just want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you, Waylon. Thank you, Randy. They'll bring out the best in you, that's for sure. Or they'll die trying. Or you'll die trying. You'll die trying. But anyway, thank you, guys.
All right. So climbing is pretty dangerous. And it's just so everybody knows, and they're pretty clear that you climb with these things that stick in poles, you know, so it makes a hole in a pole. And it will make a hole in your foot if you miss the pole and stick yourself in some place on your foot. So we actually had 2 guys that gaffed themselves. We call that gaffing themselves twice. One guy was in the same exact hole. The other one went just past the other hole, so he had 2 holes. The other one just had one. It was just a lot bigger than the other one. So then, probably, I guess it's week 10, I guess, he came in the office looking for a Band-Aid because he had cut himself with a knife. So most likely to be the only guy in the history of line work to require a tetanus shot every year is Jace Blair. What makes it even funnier, his dad had come up to the school right after he gaffed himself. And I guess, where's your dad at? Okay, so he'd come up, and I tried to shake his hand. I went this way. He said, "Ooh, don't shake my hand." So he shook my hand left-handed, and he had cut himself on some rough metal or something. And his hand looked pretty rough, and I could tell it was really sore. So he gets it pretty honest. But
I just wanted to say, make sure you always wear your gloves. That's a big part. You will cut yourself very, very gnarly. But I got a big thanks to all the instructors and all the staff from Elite, and especially from my family. They helped me get through this school, and I just want to say thank you.
Yeah, you're doing it.
okay, I don't know. This has just come from some of these guys had a little bit to do with some of these, but usually, you know, there's always somebody in the bunch that, and heck, I'll use everything for a hammer. I can't keep a sharp knife because it's a hammer and screwdriver and prying device. So, but I think this guy used it a little bit more than others. So, most likely to use his hammer as an apprentice wrench, which an apprentice wrench is to tighten bolts and loosen nuts and stuff. So, not for a hammer usually, but he can use it. So, Logan Coleman.
Yeah. Logan, good job.
Yeah. I thank y'all for coming. It means a lot to us. And I just want to say thank you to all these guys and girls up here for everything they do, and every day they come out and help us. Thank y'all.
That was like a NASCAR guy at the end of a race. Like, I want to thank you. So thank you. No, all right, you know, that was good. No, I liked it. But anyways, so this next guy, again, like I was saying with Edwin, right? We kind of go with the low-hanging fruit. All right, it's just what we do. There's zero creativity here, and there's one individual.
This is awful, Cody.
Yeah. He is 31. 30, I'm sorry. He's a year older than me. He's 30 years old. And which means if I was in a class, I'd be viewed as the old fart. But he is called Pops, all right, by this class. Pops, like he's the grandpa of the class, all right? 30 years old, all right? But he's called Pops. And so with that being said, most likely to leave his arthritis medicine at home, Aaron Gaddis.
Thank you. Well, I didn't take my arthritis medication tonight. But thank you all for coming out here. Thank you to the instructors and the stat of the Leaf for helping us get through this. It meant a lot to the guys, and they put a lot of time and effort into everything here today and at the rodeo, so thank y'all.
All right, so one of the things we really push these guys to do is be leaders and take charge whenever we get out. For sure, halfway through the class, we get out building lines and stuff. But they know what I'm talking about. To take charge and really, if you see somebody struggling, and kind of help them out, tell them what to do. So we hope in that process that you tell them the correct thing to do. Doesn't usually go that way. So it's very interesting when the word gets back to us, and then Randy gets a hold of them inside, and it's pretty funny. So most likely to tell his foreman what to do on the first day, Jeff Davis. That wasn't me.
Alrighty. Big thank you as always to all of our instructors, all the staff that's been here. Thank you to all the families and everyone that has actually put everyone through basically this school. To all my classmates, it's been fun. Thank you guys.
One more. Yeah.
Jeez. Well, that was...
Yeah, you got it.
All right. So y'all have met this kid too. So I'll just go ahead and make this. They'll laugh at this, but most likely to be the biggest redneck from New Jersey, Henry Koya. And he is. He's like really redneck to be from up that way. Where did you come up with the cowboy hat? Yeah. Compared to Randy, you are a redneck. He's up that way, so.
I'm not a redneck. I'm from New Jersey. And I just want to say thank you to everybody, all the instructors at Elite, and thank you for what they've done for me and my family. And thank you.
Okay. All right, so this next guy, gosh, is another low-hanging fruit one. I'm telling you, this is just... Okay, so this one's kind of rough. He's already been up here once. He's a muscular guy, right? He's strong.
He's standing back here where he doesn't punch me when he walks up.
Most likely to look like a Keebler elf that does steroids. Brandon Dendy.
Nothing to do with that.
Here you go, buddy. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm short. I just want to say thank you to my family, to the instructors and staff, especially to my wife. She worked the whole time I was coming here, so thank you.
Oh, geez. This one come from, I'm not taking credit for anything, so this one kind of come from other guys too. So just like telling the guys what to do, you hope they step up and do it. So this guy also did, but he wants to argue a good bit too about what you do, how you do it. So most likely to argue with a toddler for his own enjoyment is Garrett Martin. Why did you laughed when I said it? That was mean. They'd already said something about it, hadn't they?
No, I said it though. Would you really argue with a toddler?
Yes. Who said that? Man.
Only if they talk. Then it makes it fun. But I'd like to say thank you, everybody, all the staff here at Elite that worked so hard to get me to where I'm at this point to get a job. I'd like to thank my parents for supporting me in this endeavor, and everybody else that come extra when they didn't need to the pole circle to help us out with climbing. Thank you all for coming.
Well, everybody knows this cat. He's on the video, so just come on up here. Daniel, come on. So Daniel, this is Daniel Reynolds. If y'all hadn't noticed, y'all saw a lot of his face on the video. God, Mom's gonna think this is hilarious. You just go stand over there. No, you go. No, I got to talk first. He talks a lot, argues a lot, does a lot of wrong things, a lot. So that video is a true. It should have been based on a true story because all of that was 100% true that happened in this class.
I think I've done everything on that list at least twice. At least twice.
More than twice. But anyway, so most likely to be the toddler that Garrett argues with is Daniel Reynolds. But you deserved it if it was low.
Oh, hell.
Yeah, good job.
I'm just going to leave that. Yeah, that sounds about right. I just got to say thank you. That's about it. Sorry, guys, for what I put you through. I'll give you at least a week before I come back. That's it.
Let me fix this. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. So this next guy, and let me ask everybody. This is a celebrity. I'm sure a lot of you will know. Sam Elliott. Raise your hand if you know who that is. Now, Sam Elliott has a very famous voice. Talks, real low, all that. Dodge commercials, stuff like that, right? Well, let's put a picture on the screen, please. Okay. That when there's a Ford truck commercial, they have the little thing hit the bong, and then it says, built Ford tough. That whole thing, right? There is nobody in this room, let alone this world, that I think is a better candidate to do this than the guy I'm about to present. So most likely to be paid to say, built Ford tough. Harrison Schroyer.
Thank you.
Your hands are sweaty. Are you nervous?
I'm always nervous.
Okay.
Built Ford tough. So I want to say thank you for everybody for coming out, and then instructors doing a great job. And when I first came to Tunnel Hill, I didn't know what I was getting myself into, but I'm really glad I came. So.
All right. Yeah, you're there by yourself, and this is great. So Jose, you come on up here. Jose Beltran, he very quiet. He's probably not going to say a whole lot right here. He may, I don't know, but if he does, it's going to be very quiet. Anyway, he doesn't talk a whole lot, so this is kind of funny to us for sure. So most likely to be forgotten on the job site just because he's going to sit around and not ever say anything, and you're looking around like, hey, there you are. You need to come on. So that's what's going to probably happen to him is get left on the job site. So
Jose Beltran.
That is pretty true. I don't really talk a lot in class, but when I have to, I do. But I just want to say thanks to all the staff here and my family. 11 weeks, they were pretty good. So I'm going to miss these guys, and let's go get this bread.
Oh, Colton, this is dirt. You got me on this one. This is horrible, and this is funny. God, they're guys. This is horrible. Moms, I'm sorry. You teach your kids, especially boys, if they got to go pee, they just go, hey, go out there on the back porch or go around here to the tree and pee. So whenever they're out climbing, we go. There's only 2 restrooms in the actual classroom. So if you got to go when they're outside, you just say, hey, look, go down to the tree, take a left, and make sure nobody can see you, and that's where you go. So all these guys, seems to be, every time they had to go somewhere to go use the restroom, this guy is usually down that way, in the way. So apparently he has to go pee a lot. But anyway, so most likely to get fired for public urination is Sergio Ramirez Caldron. That was mostly your buddies, not me.
Well, I just want to say thank you to everybody, my family, my girlfriend, and stay hydrated or the climbs will get you. You know?
Okay, so we got 4 guys left. These last 4 guys are getting a funny superlative and a serious superlative. So some of our top awards are coming here at the end, so we're going to say those in a second. So I'm going to do the rest of the funnies. Shane's going to do the serious, and we're going to bring these guys up. So this next guy. So I used to work at a attraction, Chattanooga, Ruby Falls Cave place, right? And we had a tour guide there one time. His name was Alex Cuevas, which I thought was really funny because the Spanish for cueva is cave. So Alex Caves worked at a cave. It was great. And this guy has a last name that also has a meaning in Spanish that contradicts, mind you, his actual climbing performance. So Conejo means rabbit, all right? So not really fast like a rabbit. So most likely to contradict his last name, Ryan Conejo. Yeah, go ahead. Hang tight. I'm going to give this to you. Don't talk yet. But just stand right there, and Shane's going to say some more nice things about you. So.
All right, so you've heard Randy's told you his story about just he was ready to quit pretty much one day. He's scared of heights, and we got him over that. And he was just like one day he was like, and we tell him like day 2 or 3 of climbing, your brain is going to mess with you, and you're going to be ready to quit, and you're just going to pack your stuff up and hit the road. Don't do it, right? That's what we told you. So he pushed himself through. We got it. So we gave him the most improved out of the class. So I guess all these guys would probably agree with us too. So good job. Now you can talk.
Well, I would like to say thank you to my family and friends. I want to be in this position without my friend Ezekiel and his girlfriend. And thank you to the whole elite staff. Thank you.
Good job. Okay. All right. So this guy, all right. Well, here's the deal. I'm going to go ahead and get you stand up. Easy. Stand up, man. All right. Okay. This guy cuts hair. I don't know if anybody knows that about him, but he cuts hair. Anybody here got a haircut from Easy? Anybody? Greg Bradford, you serious? Okay. These bunch of smart alecks. But anyways, apparently gives unreal haircuts. I mean, do you trim beards, all this stuff? What do you do? Everything? Everything. So, and I've never heard this phrase. Whatever. I guess I'm out of it. But most likely to line someone up on the job site. Ezekiel Ramirez Calderon.
And also while he's coming up, I don't know. You have a hat on.
Yeah.
I don't know if I trust a guy to cut my hair that wears a hat all the time.
Bald, that's fine.
Oh yeah, I know how you feel. It's okay. So also we gave Easy most encouraging. He just has this aura about him that just makes everybody get another gear. So he just had a way of coming about and really pushing these guys. I don't know that he really realized that he done that, but he dug a little bit deeper just to push himself through also. So good job.
Good job.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. I just want to thank the whole elite staff and my family and friends for all the support. Thank you, guys.
Good job, Easy. Good job, bud. Okay. Oh man, I'm really nervous about this superlative, but we're going to go with it. All right. So, anybody? Oh my gosh, I don't want to do this. Anybody know what a capuchin monkey looks like? Anybody? You know capuchins. Okay. All right. So here's what I'm about to do.
This Colton?
I'm about to show a picture.
This was his buddies now.
I know.
All this crowd right here. This was their idea.
Yeah. I'm with Shane. This time I don't want to take any of the blame for this one. But anyways, I want you to show a picture real quick for us. Okay? So we got a capuchin monkey, and we got Michigan there. So most likely to look like a capuchin monkey, John Gray.
I think it was from most of his buddies he lived with in the house while he was here, so. Good job. Oh, well, hey, I got this too before you talk. So we gave John most overall growth. So I think he just kind of found himself a little bit more than what he realized he would when he got here. So good job. He probably can tell you a little bit of a story if he wants to. I don't know if he'll talk a lot, but you go for it. Good job.
Just want to say thank you to the whole entire Elite Lineman Training Institute. I was really scared to begin with, but now I enjoy climbing. It's really grown on me. Just want to say thank you.
All right, and one remains. So I think we know who this is about to be. Now look, Danny helped us with the funny superlatives, and one thing that he said when he came in there, he said, "You better not do one on my hair. You better not do one on my hairline." And we're like...
He was very adamant.
He was very adamant, and of course, look. But here's the thing I want you to know is, look at this. We got a bald guy, and we got guys loose. I got the upside-down Y formation going on right here, right? So I feel like I can give this one out. But anyways, most likely to lose his hair before he makes lineman, Danny Garrick.
So I'm pretty sure that he probably kept, for sure, that one out of trouble because he stayed in the house with him. Probably kept them out of jail, and probably some of the other ones were even getting in trouble. So, but probably has, I don't know how many, he's got like 18 degrees from college. Played college basketball, D1. That he decided to come here. So I think he was really outside of his comfort zone when he started, didn't know what he was getting into until he got here. And I guess it was what you anticipated. I don't know, but obviously loved it a good bit. So thank you for taking care of the baby over here. His mom would be very proud of you. So, and I'm sure she has told you that. So, yeah. So, best overall. Oh, and here, you can take that. So best overall. So what he gets.
Yeah.
Colton, you can talk if you want to. Go ahead.
So we got Klein Tools. They always do this, and we about forgot to call Klein, but they overnighted us pretty quick this week. And they have donated to our top student a bunch of stuff. So we got a cooler. Yeah. We got this nice socket set. Ooh, yeah, there you go.
Here you go, Waylon. You keep
yeah. We got a nice headlamp. Ooh, there you go. All right. And knife. Very cool. Look at this. Pair of socks. About as good as it gets right there. And Bluetooth speaker, along with this very nice cooler. So all that from Klein Tools for our top student, Danny Garrett.
Well, thank you. Thanks for my parents for coming from Colorado and Arizona. I see a cry right there, maybe a little bit. Also, if you want to look what I look like in about 2 years, you can look at my bald-headed dad. But I became a better man being here, and I think everybody, all the students did as well, so thank you.
Okay, well, that's our students, guys. This is everybody. Give them one more hand real quick, would you please? Now, to close it out for our closing remarks, we're going to bring Waylon Hasty up to the stage, or he's on the stage, but up to the mic. So everybody give it up for Waylon.
I don't know how you follow that up. I don't know how you top that. It's very humbling. It's very humbling. These guys, we get to hear stories and see stories that you don't. People sell houses, and they take their kids that are 1 and 3 that I could never do and send them back to Mexico. And you share that time with us. And that's our heart and soul. We are forever grateful for that. I've got like a lot of stuff prepared and some stories that I kind of wanted to share, but I'm not, because we get to see so much that you don't. And we don't have enough time in this night to tell you this relationships we have. We have folks here from Michigan, Jersey, Colorado. It's like Harrison said, he's from Indianapolis area. He's from Indiana. And he said he never knew where Tunnel Hill, Georgia was. And most of these guys didn't. And what I would say is there's a long story that I could tell you about the founding of the school, but I'll tell you with all my heart, you may tell me I'm crazy, and that's okay if you do. But God said do it, and we did. And what you're seeing is God's work, not ours. And we believe that. There's a lot of people in this room that know me really well. Even these guys know me well. And they would tell you that I don't have the capacity to do what happens at that school. They would tell you that. It's a team of people that I believe with all my heart God leads. And it's a pour and an investment into these guys, and we give them every single thing we got every day. And I'll tell you how good the team is, and I'll pray and we'll be done. Wednesday night, some of you may know, or Wednesday evening, my son, I have a 2-year-old, and he fell and he broke his femur right above the kneecap. And when he did, I guess I'm a typical dad. I don't know. I was like, oh, he's all right. I think he hurt his knee. And we go to the ER, and the ER, they come back from x-rays, and they said he broke his femur. I was like, what? He wasn't even crying. That's why I thought it was just maybe his knee or something. And I followed him to Chattanooga, and he was in the ambulance. And my wife was riding with him, and I was following him. And not one time did it ever cross my mind what's going to happen at that school on Thursday and Friday. If you own a business or if you work, you'll find that you're really married to that. But if you do what you're called to do, God's got it. He's got it. And it's so humbling for me to know that. I wasn't there this morning when things started, and these guys knew I wasn't going to be there. And I slept till about 8 o'clock this morning with my son. And I didn't bat an eye because I know they got it. And that's an amazing feeling. If you've never experienced it, I really encourage you to do that. We teach these guys a lot about character, who they are, why they get out of bed, what drives them, what motivates them. And I want to leave you with this. And I made a pact with God. And anytime I get before a microphone, I said I'll always say this. Everybody under the sound of my voice is going to die one day. And it don't matter how fast you climb a pole. It don't matter how hard you work. If you don't know who Jesus Christ is, none of that matters. We love these guys. We give them everything we got, and it's so humbling for me to see this. And our whole staff, man, it's just amazing. It's truly amazing. I'm very grateful, very grateful. I think about 80 or 90% of these guys have jobs. The ones that don't, I told them to text me on Monday. We'll get them hooked up. I want to say one last time, thank you for sharing 11 weeks of something that you're so proud of with us. We are grateful to spend that time with them. It's hard. There's trying days. It's not rainbows and unicorns. But at the end of the day, when you get to hear stories like you've heard tonight, and we all get to laugh and have fun together, it's a game changer for us. There's no amount of money in the world that can give us the satisfaction and gratification we get of getting to serve these guys. We're very thankful. Let's pray and we'll be done. God, we love you. We thank you for allowing us to gather tonight, and I'm thankful that you gave all of us the courage to get to where we are tonight. And what we teach at this school is what got you here won't get you there. And I pray that we've always got a drive and a motivation, but I pray that we seek your will when we look for that drive, and we find that drive and seek that motivation, and we do what you would have us to do with our lives. I'm very thankful for each and every person that's under the sound of my voice. I'm so grateful. I thank you for the breath in our lungs because I don't believe we deserve it. I believe it's a gift from you, and I pray that we recognize that before the time comes when it's too late. For what goes on at the school in the past and what goes on at the school in the future, I pray that you always get all the glory and honor for what happens, and we stand out of the way of that. I love you and thank you for how you've blessed me and my family and the school and the people I work with and the opportunity to serve young folks like we do. We're so grateful. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thank you. Thank you.
Real quick, guys. Oh, one thing I about forgot, and I don't want to forget this. Two things we're going to do. We're going to get all you guys in just a second. We're going to get y'all all real tight on the stage, and I'm going to run back, get the camera. We're going to take a picture of all you guys for your graduation. And one person, I hate it that I forgot this, but I'm going to tell her how much we appreciate her. I got one last story. So, class 5, I believe, or 6. No, it's 6. There was a kid named Jordan Thompson that came to our class. And Jordan, I believe, he's from somewhere in Georgia. He has family in Florida, all this stuff. Dad works for FP&L. And he got hooked up with a credit union called the Utility Employment Credit Union. And and at the time, you know, because we hadn't really got to a point where we could take federal loans, and we're not doing that now. But at that point, we weren't at either. And it was really tough as far as figuring out where to point people as far as getting loans, being able to afford to come to the school at all. And he said, hey, there's this lady, Paula Simmons, you ought to call her. And so we called her, talked to her. Ever since then, we've been giving people her number. And she's got a lot of calls from a lot of our guys. And I'm sure there may even be a handful on this stage that use the Utility Employment Credit Union. She's from Pennsylvania, and she didn't have to be here tonight. She came all the way to show her support. And Paula, would you stand up wherever you are? Just give her a nice hand, would you please? She's done a lot to help these guys. She really has. So with all that being said, thank you, Paula, and thank you again for all your support. Guys, get in position. I'm going to run and get the camera real quick, move this podium. We're going to take your picture, and then we're going to send you on your merry way. We got some stuff for you in the back. So,
Thank you, Vader. I'll go back and see us.
and y'all better go back and see us to get your stuff. That's what Steph said. So there you go. All right.
Hey folks, this is Randy from Elite Lineman Training School. I'd like to thank you for watching our video, and if you really like it and enjoy it, please hit the subscribe button down below and join us. Thank you. Have a great day.